Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to walk you through the process of filing for a divorce in Canada. We understand divorce can be a challenging and overwhelming time. It's very emotional for a lot of people and we get it. It's stressful. And hopefully this overview can help provide you with some information to just make the process a little bit smoother for you. So first things first, you need to be eligible for a divorce. And that means that you have to have been separated for at least a year, or there was adultery in the marriage or cruelty in the marriage. If you're eligible, then you need to fill out the proper forms. Make sure that you have the entire application, not just the application for divorce. So if you're asking for parenting, for example, you would need to include the form 13.1. If you're asking for child support or spousal support, there's a different form, the form 13. And obviously if there's property claims, there's the form 13.1. So point is, what claims are you making? Are you asking for just a divorce? If that's it, then that's fine. But if there's other claims that are part of your divorce application, make sure you have the entire package. Fill out the forms properly. And once you've done that, you have to get it to the courts to have it issued. The courts have to issue it first. Make sure you're working out of the right court, because we have the Ontario Court of Justice and the Superior Court. The Ontario Court of Justice cannot give you a divorce. They can't grant divorces. They don't have the jurisdiction to do that. They can deal with issues like support and parenting, but they cannot grant you a divorce. So make sure that you are getting it issued at the Superior Court of Justice that's closest to you. And then serve the document. So once it's been issued, you need to serve it on the other party. You can use a process server in doing this as well. And then you wait for a response. So the response typically 30 days or 60 days if they're outside the country. Once that time passes, what happens next depends on kind of the response you get from the other side. If they have not responded and nothing's been filed, then you can proceed uncontested. And what that means is if you asked for a divorce, sole decision making and support, then the courts will give you orders for that. For support, obviously there might be the challenge of determining income and things like that, but for the most part it just means that there's no contest. The courts would look at whatever evidence you can put forward to support your claims, and you will get the order that you've asked for. If the other side does respond and raise additional claims of their own, then all of these would need to be dealt with before the divorce, for the most part, before the divorce gets issued. Now, there's times where underlying issues can still be dealt with, but a divorce would be issued. But for the most part, the issues would mean that you now have to, go through court to deal with those issues and either get them resolved by way of a consent, which essentially means the parties come to their own agreement, or you have to go through the entire processes of getting a judge to issue orders on the issues that you have. But again, it means you have to go through the court process if the other party is involved and contests your divorce and raises claims or contests claims that you're making. And then the issues get dealt with, or your divorce gets severed and it gets issued, and that's it. It's done. You will get an order for a divorce. It typically takes effect within 31 days, at which point you can obtain a certificate for divorce. And with that last step, your marriage is completely dissolved. You can move on, remarry, whatever else that comes next. So I hope that that's been helpful. Again, we get it every step of the way. There could be hurdles, there could be, questions, different challenges that may come up, and that's fine. We're here to help. So if you have any question navigating the process, do not hesitate to reach out to us.